Hello and welcome to another Music Monday. This time we're looking at intervals and basic chord names. I should say from the start that there is previous knowledge that you will probably need to understand some parts of this video. Maybe not all of it, but when I start talking about Phrygian chords, you may have wanted to watch the Modes in Music video that I've done previously. And there are other ones that I use to build up to the using the circle of fifths. If this is the sort of stuff you like, let your friends know. Like and subscribe, always appreciated. So let's get on with today. What I want to talk about is intervals. There are different names that people have given to musical intervals. They are perfect, which I will symbolize with a P. Capital M is a major, little m minor, capital A augmented, and a little d diminished. There are different types of interval. Let's have a look at them on the keyboard. So little m2 minor second. So that is one semitone or half tone difference. So from C to C sharp or D flat, that is a minor second. Then we've got a major second from C to D. Then you've got a minor third, then a major third, then you have a perfect fourth, so from C to F. Then you have, this can either have two names. It can either be called an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth, so a fourth that has gone up a semitone or considered as a fifth that's come down a semitone. Then you have the perfect fifth, so C to G. Then you have a minor sixth, major 6, minor 7, major 7, and then you're to the octave. The other two words you might come across is unison, which means the same note, and octave. They're also considered perfect, as are the fourth and the fifth. The reason for this is manyfold, but a lot of people attribute it to the harmonic series and Pythagoras working out the fact that there was different resonances that worked particularly well on the fourth and the fifth notes. A lot of this is just memorizing what the names are, so that if somebody says I'm going to play a minor third, you know that means, so I don't know, let's start on the A. You know it's 1, 2, 3 semitones away is a minor third. Doesn't matter where you start, that will always be a minor third. Start on F sharp, 1, 2, 3, that is a minor third. There's our names that we need to learn for the intervals. Another way you can think about it is all the major and perfect tones fall on the major scale. So if you think of C major, you've got C, major second, major third, then you've got the perfect fourth and perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh. The others are minor, apart from the one between the two perfects, which is either augmented or diminished, depending on how you think of it. Okay, let's have a think about chord names. Now, two of these I'm pretty sure you will have heard of. Two of them you probably heard of, and two of them you probably haven't heard of. The names of the basic chords are major, minor, suspended fourth, suspended second, Lydian and Phrygian. How do you work these out, and how are they, or why are they named as they are? So if we go back to the keyboard, your basic triad is going to be formed from the first and the fifth, and there is going to be some note in between. Depending on which note you put in between, depends what chord you create. So if we put the major third in between, we create a major chord. If we put the minor third in between, so for C we put the E flat in, we get a minor chord, so major, minor. You've probably heard of those two. Now, sus2 and sus4, so sus4 is, instead of the third, you put the fourth in, and sus2 is, instead of the third, we have the second. The last two, Lydian and Phrygian, they are basically the two combinations that we have missed out, because we've named all of those, but we haven't named that one or this one. So this first one is Lydian. Why is it Lydian? Well, if we think of the F Lydian scale, which is starting on F, all the white notes, there's the fifth note, and you can see the one below it is only a semitone away, so it creates that slightly discordant but distinctively Lydian sound. So that is a Lydian triad. So first and the fifth and the semitone below is called a Lydian triad. So go back to C. That is your Lydian triad in C. Then we have the Phrygian triad, which is this. So C, C sharp or D flat and G. That is called the Phrygian triad, and that is because, if you think back to the modes video, if we do E Phrygian, that's all the white notes. And as you can see, the Phrygian scale starts with that semitone or half step. So if we do the first, the fifth, and what is the second degree of the Phrygian scale, we get that. So first and fifth and a semitone above the first. So if we translate that to C, we've got that for Phrygian. Okay, so in ascending order, we've got Phrygian, suspended second, minor, major, sus4, and Lydian. Okay, I think that's enough for you to be getting on with for this week. Like and subscribe, always appreciated. Let people know if you think they need to learn this stuff as well. Always a pleasure, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.